Greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, beloveds. Ooh-wee. Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace. Divinely Misty and your new journey. I'm so excited for you, beloved. I am. I'm super excited for you. Peace, beloveds. Hey, Sun K. Peace, Jay. Ashy, Pure, Lumi. Yes, every day. Zuri. Peace, 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 peace. I'm so hype. I don't know why. I just got like a burst of energy out of no damn well. Burst of energy. Peace, y'all. Peace. Hold on, I'm about to put some crystals on my little. Maybe because I've been in here. I've been in here, over here, talking to different ones specifically. Oh, did it go out? I got really excited, y'all. I just knew that this was about to light up for me. And it was like, nah, homie. Peace. You having Insta battles over here. Y'all had a bad day? My day was good. I hate to hear this bad day shit. No. We gonna light that shit away. Uh-oh. Did y'all see how they just tried to play me? It did. It did. I want my dollar back. Oh, peace, sis. I'm mad that my match just did something real funky. Wait a minute. Oh, let us light us some charcoal. Let us light us some charcoal. Get right. Let's get right. Look, no bad energy. We got to get right. Let me see. It's like everything. We about to light everything. We gonna light this. We gonna light the Palo Santo. Maybe not. My frankincense incense ain't working. I need to call them and be like, look. Thank you. I like it like this. Y'all know me though. I added these little goddess whatever locks pieces in here, some trinkets. But it might be different by next week. It might be different by next week. We shall see. We shall see. I'll be temporary. Yeah, I put like these herbal drops in my water today to get my energy. Hey, Pooh. Hey. I was thinking about y'all earlier today. I was like, y'all my spiritual babies. My spiritual babies. I really want to put a group together of my younger babies that are maybe from the age 25 and down is what I'm thinking. Ooh. 25 and less. I want to say 25 or less. My babies that are 25 and under. I think that's the number I'm thinking. 25 and under. I really want to put a group of a collective together that is 25 and younger. I feel like it's some things that y'all are able to do and things that y'all are able to achieve that's going to be different because you're getting it at such a young age. Mika, how old are you? I know most of when I looked at something the other day, most of my tribe is like between 25 and 35, I want to say. Y'all feel like I need to do 30 and less. 30 and down. 30 and down. Peace, love. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. We'll think about it. I got to figure that out. I'm working on some things. I'm working on some things. You stupid. You talking about you 25 now. Jay, you 20? Are you 33? Why was I feeling like you were younger? Okay. Before I get into any pull, I do want to pull a card over what I want to talk about today. I know now, little Gemini, we getting old. Ain't it? Look, I'm the old head. This book, look at it. I'm going to take a picture of this too. If you do not have it, I know I'll be giving y'all a lot of books. If you are interested, let me say that. If you are interested in the astrology aspect and how we connect everything, this particular book will be a great thing. Jazz, if you have this book and then you connected with what we already studied from the Kemetic aspect of things, from the African aspect of it, you should be able to you should be able to work magic with this. I've been pulling out books that I've been sitting on, but this particular book, if you have already attended Goddess Awakening, the stuff that I showed y'all in those classes, things, information I gave y'all, you should be able to connect with this particular book differently. Okay? So Jazz, if you have this book, go back and reread this book. Go back now after your classes. Go back and look at stuff and then see how the things that I was showing y'all on how you connect everything, you should be able to fly through this. Like, you should be able to see this from a different, how to connect the dots differently. Okay? Okay, good. Because it should make you connect them dots way different. Way different. I just wanted to share that with y'all before I get started. Okay, so I think we're gonna do 2 different cards, maybe 3. You need it. You need it. What you need? That book. Did you say you was 20, Khalil? Oh, Lord, you're a baby. Pull up, tink, tink. Yes, things click more when you go through a second, third, fourth time. I'm like that too. Certain information, it connect with me differently when I go through it over and over. I got to go through it a few times. Peace, y'all. Peace, 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 beloveds. Okay. Yeah, I be liking to go through stuff a couple of times. Whatnot. I'm a book fiend too. It's sad. I got so many books around my headboard, stuffed in places. I got a storage bin that's just got books on top of books. Hey, Pooh. I was just talking about you earlier. I already knew this was coming. Sensitivity. Perfect for today. Sensitivity. So I wanted to go further into this topic that we started earlier. This is not the deck that I'm looking for. Today. We started talking about divine feminine and divine masculine, our roles in this universe. We got into a couple of different topics. But in particular, I watched this wonderful, amazing interview that Chef Aki did. So what I'm going to do is, you hella insensitive sometimes. I know. That's what this topic is about. What I want to do is get into a particular dynamic with based off of some things that was stated in this video. I will share it. I'm gonna try to share it in my higher, I think it's Vibrate Higher is the playlist on my YouTube channel. So when you get an opportunity, I want you to go check out. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it is She Is Magic on YouTube. She Is Magic on YouTube, okay? And what I need you to do is it's a lot. What I need you to do is go and look at that when you have an opportunity. It's some really great, amazing topics that was talked about in that particular video that Chef Aki did. It was a very blatant and blunt thing, and it kind of piggybacked off of some things I talked about this morning. Okay, so I think it will be an amazing insight for the women that are on here, okay? So I'm going to make sure I share it after I get off of here. I'll make sure I share it. Hold on, let me message this person. Okay. Peace, beloved. Peace, peace, quiche. Hold on, let me get one more card, y'all. Interesting. Oh, that's going to be a good one. All right. So the first card that I pulled to give us some insight on how I need to address this topic is sensitivity. Sensitivity is the very first card that came out. Where my book at? And the crystal is, yeah, one of them are long. I'm going to let y'all figure that out. Because some of these words, I'll be like, y'all not going to have me on here sounding the miseducation of T. Chanel. That's what y'all trying to have me. The miseducation of... Okay, here we go. It says, we bring you the blessing of sensitivity. Being sensitive in this world can be tough sometimes, yet your sensitivity is essential if you are to consciously feel and work with subtle energy, receiving and sending telepathic transmissions, feeling and releasing energetic cords, tingling with exquisite blessings of divine love, sensing the whispers of divine grace, and seeing the luminous sparkling particles of life force dancing wildly, and the beauty of shimmering auric fields in dazzling and colorful display. To be given the gift of sensitivity to perceive the energetic worlds is like being invited to the most special and extraordinary exhibit of sacred art. You may have struggled with your sensitivity, find it difficult to bear during times of emotional suffering, yet you have a great gift and it will bring you so much joy. If you are learning to develop your sensitivity, we will help you so you too can feel uplifted as you witness the energetic beauty of creation. Ashe. So I love this. I love this. I love this. And the reason I love this is because it's perfect for what I want to talk about. When I get into this topic about the divine feminine, and I posted the last post, I was you want him to treat you like a queen, but you still are acting like a king, basically. You're trying to play his role. You want to play his position. And we kind of got into this morning. A lot of the reason that sensitivity is so important because this is so connected to our divine feminine self. It's so connected to the right side of the brain, the spiritual aspect. This is all divine feminine right here. This is why it's so important for you to be connected and in tune with your divine feminine self. And a lot of times we are looked at, or we, specifically melanated women, we look at the divine feminine attributes as weakness. We automatically see weakness in submissive. We see weakness in being sensitive. We see weakness in being emotional. We see weakness in all of these different dynamics that represent the divine feminine. But there's strength in all of those things, and they are very necessary in order for us to maintain the balance of the world. Not only the balance of the world, but the balance within ourselves. What we create within ourselves is what we'll see in the reflection outside of ourselves. I've said this several times. The energy you create in here is going to reflect out there. It will reflect in your relationships. It will reflect in your household. It will reflect in your interactions with your jobs. All of that. And there's a time for it all. There's a time to operate in your divine masculine. And there's a time to use that divine feminine. And you have to understand the balance and why it's so important and it's needed. And the reason I want to kind of like harp on this is because I have been like heavily called to this energy. And I remember kind of being in a space where I was just like, God, it's been a journey. Like specifically over this last year, it's been a journey to truly embrace this energy. Embrace it. Hold it, love it, understand, hold it in high regard, and quit making it seem like it's so less of me. Making it seem like it will require for me to be vulnerable. And we look at the aspect of being vulnerable as weakness. Even that aspect. But there is strength in vulnerability. There's strength in that. It's strength and lessons in that. Some of your best lessons is going to be in you being vulnerable. Okay? Our women offer more emotion and sensitivity, and men offer logic and balance. They do. They typically do. But this is why I wanted to get on this topic. Because, I'm glad you said that, because it reminded me of what the real topic is. This is why I named this Gender Harmonics. Because what we have created in this particular society is a switching of the roles. If you pay attention, the universe, not only the physical universe has been shifting, our roles have been shifting. So now you got an abundance of women who are operating at an alpha level, but not just alpha female, alpha when we talking about alpha masculine energy. They operating more in the divine, because now we out to get the check. Now we out here securing the bag. So now we doing everything. We securing the bag, we getting the house, we getting the car. We asking men on dates. We have switched the roles. So there has been a shift that slowly happened, and it's slowly, and it's still shifting. But now it's shifted to where the women are doing more of the masculine characteristics, and our men are operating at a different frequency. So that creates what? An imbalance. Because now our women have taken on typically both roles. We are. This is why I be getting on our melanated women to stop jumping in that feminist movement. This shit wasn't for y'all. It wasn't for y'all. But we ain't, that's a whole nother, we ain't gonna do that on this video. Shit wasn't for y'all. There was an agenda behind it. I'm gonna leave it alone. And now our men are lost. They don't know their place. They can't be no alpha man to you because you don't want to. I can do it myself. Y'all independent now. You independent. Y'all some independent bad boss bitches. That's what we at now. We independent badass boss bitches. Who wants that? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Cause I don't know about y'all. I got my hand up. I was her. But there's a place for that. There's a place and a role for that. It's not to say that you're not supposed to achieve your dreams. It's not to say that you're not supposed to go after everything that you feel like you can grasp in your hands. It's not to say that you're not supposed to operate in your highest goddess energy and shine all the way motherfucking through. It's not to say that. It's not to say that. But it is to say that you have to know your role. You have to know when to turn it off. You have to know when it's time to be a boss and when it's time to be his woman. When it's time to be operating in your power. So you can let them know, like, look, see, y'all ain't got this shit right. Go back and do it again. But knowing that when it's time for you to be at home, allow him to be a man. Allow him to be the king of the castle. Allow him to usher you in to y'all greatness. Make him feel like he is building, even if it might be more of your ideal. Quit feeling like you gotta compete. It's not no competition. What you competing for? That ain't even our job. I ain't here to compete with my man. I don't want to. I ain't come to compete with you. For what? To show the power struggle? A lot of times y'all competing with your men and you don't even realize you competing with them. You competing with men and then there's no reason to compete with them. There's no reason to operate in that energy with him. There's no reason for you to go through the back and forth and the different dynamics with it. There's no reason. So because there's no reason, you have to operate in a space where you can say, this is just his position and this is mine. Okay? Yeah, like a fool because you got feelings. Oh, don't do that. Be aware of your feelings. Express your feelings. The one thing I can tell you, Khalil, what I tell men, when you come right across the right one, the same way I tell women, when you come across the right one, you ain't got to worry about all of that. All of that shit fly out the door. When you connect with the right one, it ain't about the games no more. You're able to be your true self, your authentic self. You're able to show up in your loving, beautiful self. And they won't take advantage of that. They will appreciate the fact that you're able to express that. Okay? I'm a different continent, but I believe an emotional man is a loving man. He can express and comfort his woman. Yes. And it don't matter if you're from a different continent or not. That's just true. But there's a way to express emotion as well. There's a way to express it. That left me to be raised by alpha male dad. Currently learning to embrace and balance. Ashe. And that's exactly. There's certain dynamics that maybe make us operate more in our masculine energy than our feminine energy. I can always say, like, even though my mom was into like clothes and fashion and she had very domesticated ways about her, she still had a very divine masculine energy. She was very alpha female. She was the breadwinner of our household for a very long time. So I saw very strong, especially in melanated families, like we see very strong Black women, especially in the South. Can't talk about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? We see that energy. She's always been like more of the head of the household. Okay. So I took on that same characteristics. So when I got married, I didn't know how to allow him to be the man of our household. Now, first of all, let me say this. The reason I didn't know how to allow him to be is because he didn't fit the characteristics that was qualified for him to lead the household in the first place. Let me say that. I knew that before I got in the relationship with him. I did. He put on the role that he was alpha, but he wasn't alpha. Okay. He wasn't alpha. But what I understood throughout the process that, okay, he's not qualified to lead a family. He's not qualified at this point. And that's okay. That's okay. For someone else. I had to learn that the hard way. But I learned it. But I also learned more about myself. I learned a lot about the fact that because I am so dominant acting, because I was so alpha, especially at that time, whoo, it was strong. It was strong. That I was like trying to figure out, okay, where do I fit? So I learned a lot about myself. But the main thing that I learned was I didn't know how to allow him to lead. I didn't even allow him to fuck up so he could figure out that he was fucking up. I would see that he was fucking up and I was like, oh wait, never mind, let me take that from me. I almost slipped and gave you the reins. Give me that shit. So you gotta get in a space where as you're embracing this divine feminine, as you are learning to balance this out, especially when it comes to our men, especially when it comes to our beautiful black men, or men, period. When you are learning that balance, yes, I'm going to save it. When you learn that balance, the biggest thing that you got to understand is when you are making a choice for someone to be your counterpart, your life partner, make sure you're making a choice based off of qualifications, based off of logic, not based off of chemistry, not based off of, oh, the sex was good, not based off of none of that superficial. He was fine as hell and he got a good 6-7 figure job. You need to make sure that your fundamentals were in alignment. And that was the biggest thing that I took from the video that I'm going to share with y'all. Are you fundamentally in alignment? Because when anything is falling down, breaking down, you want to make sure that y'all fundamentals, the core values, are in alignment. Because if they not, the whole thing gonna break. It's like the levee breaking. That shit gonna break down. The foundation ain't solid. Okay? So, before you get into the situation, these are things that you should be looking at. Is our core the same? Is this man, invested in family? Do he want to have a family? Is he invested in marriage? Do he feel like married or whatever you decide that you're doing? Are we on the same frequency? Do he want to have kids if that's what you want to do? Make sure that your core values are in alignment. Because if they're not, it's not going to work. And it's going to be a waste of your time and his. And it's going to be a real, real funky ass lesson that you got to learn. And we ain't wanting to learn. We ain't at the stage right now that we want to learn any more lessons. Not like that. Not in that part. Yes. Do you have a relationship with your mother? Ask them. If they don't have a relationship with their mother, is it healed? Do you got mama issues? Do you got daddy issues? Do you hate your baby mama? Does she got a restraining order against you? Did she call you crazy? Like, I want to know all them kind of answers. Like, I be needing to know. Have you ever been in on medication? I just need to know. Do you deal with depression? Y'all need to ask them questions for real, for real. I feel like if he's a good father, then cool. You got to make sure he a father. How he deal with his kids, if he has multiple kids, is a real good indicator of who he is as a man. Do he have a good relationship with his kids? Do he have a good relationship with his baby mamas? It's not about how many kids he have. Do you got a good relationship? Are you a habitual? I had a man that tried to date me, and I got a gang of kids. I got a tribe over here. The tribe is a little smaller now, but I got a tribe. But I remember I had a man who had tried to date me. We had about the same amount of kids. But the thing was that I felt like he was trying to save his mother with every woman that he was with. There was a thing that he was trying to capture. Because he wanted another child and another child. You got about umpteen kids, dude. Pay attention to them signs. It ain't about the fact that they got a whole bunch of kids. How are you taking care of them kids? Are you just making a bunch of babies? Do you just want a bunch of kids? You addicted to having kids? I be wanting to know. You got to ask all them questions. Get into it. Get into it. Have them conversations. Quit being scared to have them conversations, women. A lot of times they teach us like, oh, don't ask too many questions. You're going to run them away. No, I need to know. I need to know these answers in the first couple of dates. I need to know. I need to know. Because if we not in alignment in them first couple of dates, I don't need to waste my time. I got too much shit to do. I'm building empires and legacies. I'm looking for somebody to build this legacy with me. Or at least for me to assist in building his while I'm working on some extra income for us. I don't got time to play with you. I don't got time to play with you, your baby mamas. Somebody trying to put a restraining order on me. I don't even know her. Like, I don't got time for none of that. Yes. So this is a time frame that I feel like it's being, I've been feeling like this for like at least over a year. This is a time frame for us to be more connected to our divine feminine. It is the divine feminine that will save the world. It is through us recognizing. This is why I started the Goddess Awakening class initially. It is through the Goddess awakening, through her rising into her power, that is going to shift the dynamics of the world. We are able to save our babies. We are able to save the communities. We are able to shift the world. We are able to shift this earth off its axis. Do you understand the power that happens when women waken, when we waken the goddess in us? So you have to start. One of the key things that you got to start working on is unlocking this energy of that divine feminine and embracing it, and quit feeling like you got to put her on a back burner or put her in this box or put her somewhere that she don't belong, because she don't belong there. Yes, because you are. Learn how to be soft with them. Learn how to be feminine with them. You ain't got to be one of the boys. You don't. You don't have to be one of the boys. I used to be that. I used to hang out with a bunch of boys. I did. And it's funny because I feel like the older I get, the more I embrace my divine feminine self, the girlier I get. And I love it. I do. I love my divine. Every once in a while, I slip back into my old habits. And it's okay, because there's going to be a part of him that loves that part of you too. But you want to make sure that you are walking so in your divine feminine. You know why I feel like there is such an abundance of wonderful, amazing single women? And y'all can say it's because you want to be single, you ain't found. No, the fuck it ain't. It's because y'all done put divine feminine on the back burner. Y'all don't put her on the back burner. Y'all so happy to be these alpha females. Y'all so happy to be on this independent shit. I'm the independent woman. All of that. Y'all be singing the song. Be waving the flags. Yes, you in straight survival mode. But understand that you shouldn't even be in survival mode, period. When you are awakening your divine feminine is going to unlock the doors to everything that it is that you want. Everything that it is that you need. Everything that you need to walk through every door. You should walk in the room and the whole energy and vibration should shift. Everybody should turn their head and be like, I don't even know who she is, but I need to go meet her. I need to just go sit at her feet. I need to make an offering to this goddess because she is obviously a goddess. That's how your energy should be. Yes, you got to do the healing. You got to do the healing. And it take healing. Listen to me, y'all. I'm here with you. Trust me. Anybody who know me, I don't know if my sister on here, but I have always been like an alpha female. I always been about, let me get on my path. Let me get my money. Let me get to my coins. Let me get my coins. Listen. I always been on this paper chase. And sacrifice everything around me. I ain't got time to be my friends, my family, my children. Everything was on the chopping block. Look, go sit over here. Go sit still. So I can go get these coins. Because I was so tunnel vision. I had to operate in this masculine energy because that's how they operate, from a logic masculine energy. Everything is tunnel vision. They're only focused on what it is that they're striving to accomplish. So I'm going to give you just enough, but I'm not giving you what you need. And when the women of the world get into that space where we have to sit the core of our foundation. You are the teachers. You are. So the reason we got these savage ass kids walking around is because y'all decided you wanted to abandon your position. You understand? The reason we got these kids out here running around, not walking in alignment, is because we abandoned our position. When we decided that, oh, we want to be competing with him and we want to be on the same level as him and we want to do da 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 da. So now ain't nobody at home. The kids raising themselves. We don't let Disney raise them. We don't let Sesame Street raise them for some of y'all older heads. You know what I'm saying? We don't let the reality TV raise them. Instead of operating in our divine feminine, doing what we were supposed to be doing, taking care, because we were so against, we got sold this story somewhere along the line. We got sold this story that, no, it's better for us to be out here making just as much money as him. It's better for us to be out here operating in the same energy as him. And then we threw the whole balance off. So now everything is out of whack and everything is out of order, including you. So now you out of order, he out of order, the whole damn world out of order, and the kids just running amok looking like, where y'all want them? What you want us to do? Okay? So now is a time that all this self-healing work that we're doing, all this self-love work that we're doing, all of this work that we are doing on our spiritual self, our personal self, our emotional self, this is a time for us to start unlocking this divine feminine so we can really operate in it, so we can really shine in it. There is power in the divine feminine. There is strength in that divine feminine. There is so many doors that you haven't even walked in, beloved. There's so many doors that you don't even know. It's so much healing that comes through those doors and those opportunities that's connected to our divine feminine self. You just have to know how to operate in balance with it, because we are the mothers of the universe. So we hold all the capabilities. Everything is birthed through us. We birth men and women. Our power is infinite. We ain't even on the same level. I love you, men, so please understand when I say y'all not even on the same level as us. So I don't even need to compete with you. I don't need to be a feminist because I am a woman. I don't need to compete with you. There is no competition. I am able to birth everything through me. The universe comes through me. So there's no competition. And that was where we got it fucked up. And feeling like we needed to step down from our throne so we can be on a level that ain't even, it's a competition of what? And forgive me if it's anybody on here that is operating from a different placement than being melanated. Let me say it that way. If you non-melanated. But that wasn't our mission. Melanated women already knew who they were. We knew what our placement was. We knew our strength. We knew what our job, our role on all levels. We knew how to operate in it and stand in it. But we got sold on the ideal and the concept that was not our own. And then it destroyed our household. It destroyed our families. It destroyed ourselves and our power. And once they removed us out of power, then what happened? The destruction of our community started happening on so many levels. That's why they're able to kill our babies right in front of us, and we feel like we ain't got no power. We come from a lineage. Listen to me. We come from a lineage of women that could just look at a slave owner or look at somebody and make them fall to their feet. We come from that type of lineage. We come from that type of power. We come from that type of magic. So for you to sit there and not own who you are, not own who you are supposed to be, because you want to compete with a man, because you want to be operating in an energy that ain't even yours, in a movement that don't even include us, that was never about us. No, beloved. That's not for us. That's not your mission. That's not your journey. So this is a call to all my sisters and even my beloved men to make sure that we are operating in our divine feminine self. That it's okay to be soft. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let him lead. It's okay. Just make sure he qualified to lead you. If you feel like he's not qualified to lead you, then you don't need to be dating him in the first place. You shouldn't have married his ass in the first place. And you might have to just step in that alpha role. If you married a beta man, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let me be very clear. There's nothing wrong with that. Because in the universe that we in right now, and the society roles that have shifted at this moment in time, you might have a beta man. You might have a beta man. And that's okay. That's okay. But that just means that you have to be the alpha woman. You cannot operate in that relationship and both of y'all beta as hell and ain't nobody taking the reign. That's not going to work. Somebody got to be the alpha. Somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to make sure that they're protecting the foundation. Somebody got to be ready to build. If you are an alpha woman and you want an alpha man, you're going to have to relinquish some power. You got to step back. You got to allow him to lead. You got to let him do his thing. Let him shine. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Let him operate in his godliness. So you can do what you're supposed to do. Cover him spiritually. Cover him emotionally. Feed his spirit, his soul, his mind. Give him peace. I remember I posted on, when I was doing a poster for Comedic, I remember I had posted something about women be his peace when he comes home. He already goes through enough outside. Well, he need to be my peace too. That's the shit I be talking about. Well, who gonna tell him that? Right? You so ready to compete. You so ready to be at war. For what? Why you at war? Why you at war with the man that you say that you love? Why you at war with the man that you want to build a future with? For what? Why you feel like you got to be in competition with him? There's no reason for you to be in competition with him. Allow that man to be a man. Mika, that means that you need to take time, like I said, to connect with you. Love who you are. Love what it is that is so beautiful and amazing about that divine feminine self. Girl, love putting on a dress. I love putting on me a skirt and a dress. Y'all couldn't get me in a skirt and a dress before. It's still a little complicated. But I love wearing a girly frilly shit. I do. I love having my trinkets and my curls. I do. I like having a little, I be looking dry faced lately, but I like having my little, I do. You have to like do things that are going to make you connect to that energy. There is a difference when you are walking in that energy. Watch the difference when you just go. Try just going somewhere. What's today? Okay, so try going somewhere this weekend in your divine feminine energy. Do all the girly stuff. You don't wear heels, put you a little heel on. Get them a little heel. Get them a little flirtiness. Put a little lip gloss on. Put you some pinks on. Some yellows. Yellows might get you in trouble though. But put you some pink on. Put you some really vibrant, pretty, fresh colors. And go somewhere. Walk in that energy. Think about who you would want. This is the greatest way and the greatest tool. Think of someone who embodies femininity. I love like Phylicia Rashad. That might be too throwback for y'all. But like Phylicia Rashad, I felt like she had a femininity about her, but it was still in balance. She still showed strength, but she showed femininity. And she was able to still say things that might needed to be delivered with the sweetness. She knew how to present. Yes, get them a little lace. Let them see some little ankle, a little calf muscle. Okay? And that don't mean you got to do nothing, but just get into a space where you are doing everything from a feminine attribute. Play the music that make you feel sensual and feels, you know, like you are in your divine feminine self. Okay? Flow with it. Put on dresses that flow when you walk. that show off a little bit of curve but flow when you walk. So when you walk in a room, it look like the air just flowing behind you. This is a trick that I used to do. When I wanted to like really be in my like super divine feminine self, I would wear things that were flowy. It could be a shirt on top of some leggings. It could be just a maxi dress. But so when I walk, I don't care if I could be in the grocery store. I'm going to be walking and my dress going to be just, I'm dramatic as hell too. So y'all can't go by me. But I'm going to look like I'm just gliding on air. Just gliding. Oh, I can give you some ambiance. When I want to come through, I'm going to give you all the way. When I want to be on my goddess, ooh, I can come all the way through. Trust and believe. But do that. Just cause. Go to the grocery store with some old extra shit on. Just so you can get your bags walked out to the car for by 3-4 people. Just so you can feel the energy. There is nothing more amazing than being in that. Walk in it. Learn how to talk to people. Practice it. Practice. Shoot, my sister, Shanika, me and her, man, we both dramatic as hell. But we know how to come through like, oh, wait a minute. We gonna come through with the extraness. Have some shit just flying behind us. Gone with the wind. Command attention. Yes, honey. Sashay it. Yes. Allow her to blossom. Allow her to bloom. Because she's so important. She's so necessary for the healing that needs to take place in our community. She's so important, not just even for our community, but for you. Nothing can heal outside of us if we haven't healed ourselves. We can't expect the world to change or do anything if we are not connecting to what we need to connect to. Girl, get you some groceries. You get some free groceries. You come through with the right outfit on, you get some free. And coming through with the right outfit don't mean that you got to be risque. You got to show way more. I'm telling you. You just come through looking like a queen. They be looking like, what the hell? What did did she ride in here on something? A unicorn? I'm telling you. You be glowing and shit. Use your little bronzer. You sparkling and shit. Listen, Linda, we have to represent it. We have to represent what we want to see. You want that a beautiful, amazing man to come to you. What are you operating in? I always do a self-check. I look at the type of men that I attract at this moment in time. Where am I at in my growth, in my development? What am I really operating in? What is the caliber that I'm bringing to me? If you bringing some fuck boys to you, you still got a little bit of fuck girl in you. I'm just saying. Let's keep it all the way real. I love y'all. I love y'all. A lot of times y'all be on there like, oh, it ain't no good men. Yes, it is. It is. I meet good men all the time. All the time. I do. I meet some amazing men all the time. I meet amazing brothers all the time. They might not be amazing for me. My standards is like, my mentor told me I want Jesus. He was like, oh, so you want Jesus? Yeah, like something like Jesus. Jesus might work. He still got a little things he need to tweak too, but something like Jesus might work. He might work. Because she need healing. Why does a woman attract men that need healing? Because she needs healing. Whatever you are attracting, that's what you got a little bit of. I'm just saying. That means you still got work to do. If I attract a man that has trust issues, that let me know that I still got trust issues. If I attract a man that's got heart issues and he still got healing that he needs to do in the heart chakra, that means I got to go and do some work in the heart chakra too. Okay. Right? Mika, you mean you one and the same, boo. So when you are operating and you are attracting a certain type of energy, pay attention. Pay attention. That's showing you a little bit of what you need to work on still. But look at the greatness in that particular partner too. I'm really good at like, oh, he do this, he do that, da da da. He got this together. He popping. You are a reflection. Like I can see reflections of me and a lot of the people that I meet. So I look at the greatness in them too, but I also recognize their flaws. And whatever their flaws is, I was like, oh, that's where I need to tighten up at. If there's something that's triggering me, like, oh, well, they ain't doing this and da da da. Bitch, you need to do that too. I'm sorry, y'all. My mouth is so not right today, but it's okay. Let me drink some more of my water. Let me get some more of this herbal water. But I talk to myself like that for real. They're like, you talking about he ain't doing this, this, and this. Get your shit together. Let's be real. For real, for real. That's that tea, this throat chakra tea. I've been drinking it all day. My throat chakra way too open. It's way too open. It's like just let it all out. Hold on, y'all. I want to see this other card. I pull other cards to keep me on track, but as y'all see, Mika, that's my line. That's my line. That's my line right there. I promise you, I can pull up a text message from whenever, and then it'll be like that. I hit you with that. You such a good guy. You just not on my frequency. We ain't on the same. We don't speak the same language. We don't. I ain't gonna waste your time. I don't want you wasting mine. If I even get that far, sometimes I don't even. I just be like, I let people hang themselves. Okay. So it says the end of an era. The end of an era is the card that we came. Like chapters in a book, life has eras that begin and end. You drew this card because the cycle of beginnings and endings is touching you right now. It's important to be very gentle with yourself during times of change. Think of the butterfly in the cocoon, dormant in a preparation for rebirth with its wings. You're in a similar state right now. So please practice daily self-care and don't feel guilty about saying no to extra activities so that you can rest, heal, and prepare for the next era ahead. Take time to grieve over losses, transitions, make plans for what you wish to do next. Seek help from a counselor or your support group or your tribe, because you know we're your tribe. Listen. Family changes. Interesting. This card comes to you with the announcement of a change in your family. You need not to worry about this shift because it unfolds with a divine blessing. Trust that your family are entirely watched over and protected by the God and the angels. And this change only arises because it's a free will choice. Your role is to keep steady prayer that everyone chooses the path of God's love. Then release your prayers with faith and love. If you need to take action, God will clearly guide you and support you all the way. This is the thing that I see with these two cards. So let's talk. Oh, shiza. Okay, it's about to cut me off. It's about to cut me off. Hold on. I was trying to read the last comments. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all. Let me cut this off.